This is Nolan Bixler with Bixno Handy LLC, and today we're going to be replacing the engine oil in the Chevrolet Z71 Tahoe. Before you get started, be sure to consult your owner's manual for the type of oil that needs to be used for this vehicle. As you can see, we will be using SAE 5W30 oil, which is the optimum viscosity for this vehicle. Then check capacities and specifications. We're going to be replacing the engine oil with the filter, so it's going to require 6 quarts of oil. As you can see, we have 6 quarts of fresh SAE 5W30 oil. The vehicle is on ramps. The wheels are also chocked with 2 3-ton jack stands underneath for added security. We have a drain catch pan, roll of paper towels, pack of nitrile gloves, a Wix oil filter, ratchet with 16mm head, an oil filter wrench, and a funnel. So let's get started. Once you're situated safely under the vehicle, with the jack stands in place, car up on the ramps and the wheels are chocked, locate the oil drain plug, which is right there. It's directly across from the oil filter, which we will be changing here in just a second. Make sure that your oil catch pan is situated directly beneath the drain plug. So when we release that plug, the old oil will spill into the catch pan. I also have a work light just to make it a little easier for me to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to grab my ratchet with 16mm socket head. I'm going to place it on the drain plug, start loosening that up. I've already kind of pre-loosened it. And I'm going to do the rest by hand. Make sure that the engine is cooled down for about 10 to 15 minutes to make sure that the oil isn't too hot so it doesn't burn you. Slowly release the drain plug, making sure the catch pan is situated right underneath. Hand loosen the rest of the way, and then the oil will start coming out. You can see on the threads it's already coming out. Go ahead and release that. And there goes the old oil. Comes out pretty fast. We're going to go ahead and let that drain. Now that we've released and collected all the old oil, we're going to replace the oil drain plug. Go ahead and start tightening by hand. And grab your ratchet, 16mm socket head. Go ahead and tighten that down until it's snug. Do not over tighten. And now we're going to move over to the oil filter. There's several different types of tools that can be used to remove your oil filter. There's the oil filter cap wrench that attaches to your ratchet and fits your specific filter, the strap wrench, basic oil filter wrench, and then I have a pair of channel locks here. I had to remove my old oil filter off camera, use my channel locks. It was so tight that I actually damaged it in the process. Doesn't matter because I'm going to be installing the new one. But be sure when you install your new oil filter that you don't tighten it so much that it'll be difficult for you to remove in the future when you change your oil again. Now that we've removed the old oil filter, let's install the new oil filter. Take some oil from the old filter and spread it evenly along the O-ring of the new oil filter. I also pre-filled the new oil filter with fresh oil so that oil will go directly to the engine when we start the car. Now let's install the new oil filter. We're going to start tightening by hand, and then we're going to finish up with the oil filter cap wrench. Go ahead and start tightening by hand, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. May take a little bit. The filter's very slippery from the oil. You've tightened it as far as you can with your hands. Go ahead and grab your wrench. And tighten it down the rest of the way. Maybe a couple more turns. Now your oil filter is installed. Now let's go ahead and locate the oil dipstick, which is going to be this yellow rod here. Right above that is where we're going to refill the vehicle with oil. So go ahead and twist off that cap. Should come off pretty easily. On the top of the cap actually tells you what kind of oil the vehicle takes. So we're going to set that aside. Grab a clean funnel, insert it into the opening, and then get ready to start pouring the oil. Once you've finished adding all the oil, go ahead and remove the funnel, replace the oil cap, and now we're going to check the oil level. So locate the dipstick, pull it out, have a clean paper towel ready, go ahead and wipe off the dipstick, then reinsert it. And pull it out again to check the level. As you can see, the oil comes up to the crosshatch, looks perfect. Let's go ahead and reinsert the dipstick. Then we'll start the vehicle, let it sit for a couple minutes, and check the oil level again. We're going to go ahead and start the vehicle. Make sure we see an increase in oil pressure. Oil pressure looks good. Let's let the vehicle sit for a few minutes. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Go back outside and check the oil level again. Pull out the dipstick, wipe it off with a paper towel, reinsert the dipstick, and pull it out again to check the level. Oil's up to the crosshatch, looks good. Let's go ahead and reinsert the dipstick. Cap's tight, and that is how you change the oil in your vehicle.